Hey everyone, another episode of Know Your Options. Today we have Deepti. She's going to be talking through really the yogic perspective of pregnancy. And I'm really excited to share this information and to have her here to share all of this wealth of knowledge with us. Deepti, if you just want to introduce yourself, who you are, kind of how you got involved in this.
Myself, Deepti. I'm a BNYS graduate, actually naturopathy and yogic sciences. It's a bachelor degree and it's a naturopath physician I am. And I got involved, actually this idea come from my father. And in India, most of the women just go through the pregnancy in a such a way that they don't take care of much because they have so many of the other responsibilities. But and they don't take care of their health, and maternity is not a big issue, but the maternity ratio, the health of the fetus as well as the mother is not too very good in India.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the point, because and my father has suggested me that this is the uh, actually society needs it. The most of the women needs the what they she should be taking care of their health during the pregnancy. It's not only during the pregnancy but post and pre, both the is the time duration for a woman to take a major step towards their health, because in India women just ignore their health because she has to serve her family, and she is busy all through the day in serving her family, and she
Mm-hmm.
don't take care of her own health. That's why the most of the film, and from there only my father got this concept and he shared with me. And I found it very interesting because actually I have seen many of the women in my family member who is going a lot of difficulty during the pregnancy. Just anemia in pregnancy is most common.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the major cause of the maternity fetal death during the delivery period, because
Yeah.
the blood loss is major cause. And from there, I got this idea. And now, in this session, I am going to approach my yogic approach for the pregnancy. Yoga is ancient, and it comes from it's the root of the Indian culture. And yoga is a word come from Sanskrit word. As you may people know, the Sanskrit language is the most convenient language, and it's so use is a word in Sanskrit which means joining. So yoga is a way of living, or it's a way to connect the individual soul to the universal soul. So from there, and during pregnancy, yoga is because in pregnancy we are going to give a birth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite the one of the special moment and most precious thing on the
Yes.
world,
I
which no
so
one can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I so agree with that. It is just like this huge moment. And I think so much of
yeah,
what you shared about women in India is so common and similar to women's experience here in the United States. Just really being so busy and not feeling worthy or just not taking time to care for themselves. And
yeah.
pregnancy and birth is such a huge moment. Um, I also love that your
But
father
it's
was the
not
one.
getting that much. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What were you going to say?
Because no, no, no. Continue.
I was gonna say it's so cool that your father was the one who like kind of brought this perspective for you. You know, was like, hey, look at this. This is a problem. Um, I just think it's incredible that he recognizes that because I think so many men just kind of turn the other way. So that's awesome.
No, actually, my mother also has faced something problem. One abortion she has faced,
Okay.
because of the blood loss, major blood loss during the delivery time,
Hmm.
and within 1 or 2 days, the fetus, the infant got died.
Yeah.
So from there, I think the idea got in my father's, and long ago only. And my father is from a village, and where the society is not very concerned about the mother's health.
Hmm.
But we have to take care. We have to take a step towards that,
Yes.
because
Yeah. I think the work you're doing is
Because
so admirable and like really connecting women to not only like their soul and their health, but like the cosmic soul and like combining that because I view birth as such a spiritual event. Like it's a transformation that happens. And when you prepare before birth and after birth to really integrate that change is it changes the whole trajectory of your motherhood.
yeah, it's not only during the pregnancy. We have to make prepare your body for the pregnancy.
Yeah.
And it's not a sudden thing, or just you have to just pass the exam. It's not an exam. You have to, and if it is exam, you have to prepare yourself
Mm-hmm.
for getting a just a good result of out of that. And it's not about only the mother, it's about the baby who's coming
Yeah.
to be in this world.
Yeah.
So you are the only way, or the path through which your a new life is coming. So this path should be very healthy, and it should be a very comfortable and prosperous for the baby. So
Mm-hmm.
so that it, when it comes to the world, it get the environment which it deserves only.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
comes to the comes to the point, during the pregnancy, I think I don't so have to go through the changes during the pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
All over the bodies, the female body, each and every cell and every system got under the changes during the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Everyone just knows this. So in yoga, when we comes to yoga and yoga, uh, actually yoga is something which connects you with the universal soul. It's the ultimate truth of the life, which brings you towards from all the social life and all to the internal, to the external world. You have to get into the internal one,
Mm-hmm.
because the motive of this life, human life, is only gained by your this yoga process. And it's not only about asanas and stretchability and flexibility on full body. It's absolutely not. It's just a single percent of a yoga. It's just process, and there is a lot many other things and other way to connect, and different types of yoga is there. One of the bhakti yoga is where you don't have to put your body at the stress level,
Mm-hmm.
but you just by your mind and just devoting yourself to the god, you can just connect with it. And a beautiful example is the Mirabai, who just devoted herself to the Krishna, Lord Krishna. I don't know about that, you people know or not,
What was the name?
but it's a quite very beautiful story about the Mirabai. And whenever I just call this name, I got the goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's really very emphasizing, and it's give you a trust and faith at your own cultures, and believe that it happens, because it's a true story. Someone don't go to that level, just come to this. So in my slide also, management through the integrated approach of yoga therapy, IUIT. It's integrated approach of yoga therapy, but it's yoga therapy is a part of yoga which we take for treating the various diseases, or just for the purpose of the patient's treatment. So when we comes to the integrated approach, it's in we go from Panch Kosa. There are 5 layers of the human body. Panch
Mm-hmm.
Kosa means 5 kosas are there. Annamay kosha, Annamay kosha, Anandmay kosha, Manomay kosha, Vigyanmay kosha, and Anandmay kosha. 5 kosas, yani 5 layers are there.
And that's like
So
the physical body, the
yeah, mind,
the yeah,
your
mind.
virtuals, and the whole actually 5 things. Just Annamay kosa is your physical body.
Mm-hmm.
Vigyanmay kosa is your intellectual body. Manomay kosa is your mind, and Anandamay kosha is the complete the balance of all other 4 kosas. It's something like that. So
Yeah.
when we come to the, and what's the aim? First is we have to target our aim during the pregnancy by yogic approaches.
Mm-hmm.
So the first, just we got that a lot of the changes going on in female body during the pregnancy. Even just when the seeds, when we plant a seed in the soil. It gets decomposed, and it has the soil just prepared herself itself. So the female body is just getting ready to give a new birth. So a lot of many changes are occurring in every system of the female.
Yes.
Starting from your nervous system to your locomotor systems. So, and though for because of all these changes, there is a lot of stress all over the body, not only at the physical level, but also at your mind and stress. There is a lot of mood swings. Just sudden, it's
Hmm.
like that, and your body and mind has to get relaxed during this, because a lot many changes and a stress all over the body. There is a stress. All the
Yeah.
functions are getting enhanced. All your functions get, some is deteriorating, some is accelerating, and you have to cope up. And
Yeah.
by doing all the other activities of, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was going to say, it's so interesting you're bringing this up because I've been talking a lot about lately, just like this shift that happens on a spiritual, energetic level when we open up to pregnancy and we become pregnant. Like, and it's exactly what you're talking about, like that change on every single level. And we feel it in different ways. And we're all kind of like adjusting to this mother self, which I'm curious, what do you
it's just
think? What like
actually the when it's a first time pregnancy. I think I don't have experience, but I have seen a mother, my sister and my other family member, they have to, during the first time, if during it's their first pregnancy, actually most of the changes is felt during first pregnancy, because after that you are just used to, before also you have experienced something, it's getting old version. But let's talk for the first pregnancy in your life. So that time your body is just new for all these changes, and you can't skip the daily routines of your life. You just can't stop just because
mhm,
you're pregnant. So by doing all the other stuffs, your daily stuff, you have to cope up the internal changes also.
yeah,
That's not easy. That's
not
not,
it.
it seems easy. Everyone is happy during your pregnancy except yourselves. I think they have
Yes.
their work a lot. So so it's so we are talking about the changes and how to cope up all these. So
Yeah.
yoga is a way we don't, you don't have to invest. India actually developing countries, so you don't have a lot of money to get expense to increase your expenses during pregnancy, because a lot of changes, a lot of your daily routine is changes, and other expenses get increased during this all and all the, so you don't have a lot of money to just expense on your pregnancy only. So you
Hmm.
have to manage. And yoga is a way, not only for because of the financial, but it is overall to improve your overall health, not only physical or mental or social, but it's to cope up with your own internal change. It's the
Yeah.
best way to cope up all the changes, and with in a good manner, not in a stressful manner to cope up. It's just to relieve the stress, not only reduce it, just and it's not only good for the mother, it's good for your baby also. It's
Yeah.
cultivating a seed with the spirituality and all the auras which brings during the yogic practices. It's a very good for the baby also. And
Yeah.
we also all know that after third month, during 4 months, babies start hearing whatever the, and in our culture, in yogic practices, it is said that baby during the seeding time, when the fertilization occurred and implantations completed, the baby is able to conceive whatever you have the feelings also. Mother, whatever mother felt, the baby is going to feel.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
they get connected. So that the mother has to feel good, so that the
Yeah.
baby which is cultivating there, and or we know that the nervous system is almost 90% is completed, developed in the womb only. So you have to cultivate it with pure love and affection and spirituality. It should be
Yeah.
there, because for a humanity is comes with when you are connected with the God only.
Yes.
So yoga is a way to give your baby, not only the mother, also baby, a good environment to gain your life and to develop. And
Mm-hmm.
in Mahabharata only, it's a holy book, Gita only. In Mahabharata, Abhimanyu, one of the, he just learn about the breaking all the what can I say, chakras. He
Yes.
learns in, he learns when he is in the womb only, because their parents are talking about this and he heard, and he just learned the way from her
Mm,
the womb only. So we can get from that, the baby can learn also. So in just ancient time, in India, the when pregnant lady has to just someone recite the Gita, all the holy books. Gita is the most holy book, and it's all the things in the world, all the answers of the questions in the world. It is it's just like that. So
yeah.
Gita, Ramayan, all of this spiritual book are read in front of the mother, so that
Oh,
she
wow.
heard all these things and the baby conceive it. So it's a very good practices. And the people, the baby when he borns with that pure love and the affection and the spirituality comes from the
Yes.
womb, and it
Ab
passes with the life.
Absolutely. I think that's why I was so excited to do this with you because we're so on the same like mental train of like preparing not just physically, but there's this emotional like spiritual change that's happening and our babies can
Yeah, today
hear.
in today's time, people just take care of their physical health. They
Yes.
are more concerned about your physical health, how you look, and you they can good look by makeup also, but when you see the face of a yogi, and it gives a mm, all the makeups are pale in front of that, not comparable actually.
Yeah,
Right? Let's give a glow which you can't gain from any other thing. The glow and the shine which you got from the yoga practices, it's
absolutely.
uncomparable with any other things. So,
Absolutely.
and by yogic practices, it is said that how, matlab, which type of baby you want, how your baby you want, how he wants that your baby is like that, it should be like that. You can born with that baby only.
Hmm.
You can make your baby as you want,
Yeah.
because this is the way. And literally, in there is a many examples in our ancient book that when the lady is pregnant, whatever she thinks and how she wants her baby, it's up to her and to gain it. It's own choice of baby. It's
Yeah.
quite medical that no one get this. Whatever you want, you got this. But by
Yeah.
yogic practices, it is said like that only.
That's a
So
really beautiful perspective because it's not something at all familiar for us in the United States. Like the thought that you can really put your conscious intention and like read these spiritual books with like all the like clues to the cosmos. You can read this language and our babies can absorb it to
yeah,
be better humans themselves.
yeah, all the mothers during the pregnancy just chant the mantras and slokas in Sanskrit is there, and they go for the bhajans, kirtans. They do that time. At that time also, they saw the pictures of Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, so that their characters just get enhanced in that boy, in their
Yeah.
baby, and
Would you
it's
say that's like,
actually work.
is that a practice that all pregnant women do, or is it less of a practice
Actually,
now?
nowadays, pregnant woman is quite a working woman.
Sure.
So they don't have much time, because up to the 7 or 8 month they are working.
Yeah.
Last month only they took that. But whenever you got the time, just you can just put the. Now it is all available on net only. You
Yeah.
can hear this and that. But anciently, at my mother's age also only, says 45, at that time also, there is a in the morning only, their
Hmm.
mother-in-law just used to say that go and read the Gita, just one chapter a
Hmm.
day, but you have to read, just
Yeah.
like that only. So now these practices are going slow and slow by the ages, but now again there are some people just try to do keep this culture in them,
Yeah.
and literally it's affect your baby, because it's a way during the pregnancy. Not only you are going to change, but your baby is going to get your life by your thoughts. So your thoughts is only the things which is absorbed, which is all time there for
Mm.
9 months, 24 hours into 7. The baby is going through what you are going through.
Yeah.
Your what is your mind state, what your mental level is going through, what stress or fear or any feeling you felt
Hmm.
that time, your baby is going to feel the same. So be aware of that. We can't
Yeah.
take risk that if I am taking stress, you have to remember this stress is good. Just I'm forwarding to my baby.
Hmm.
So you can't just take it light. Nowadays, they people are taking light because and they don't have much time,
Yeah.
because pregnancy is not now it is not a, it's just a way just to increase your family. It's not like that only. You're going to
No.
give a new life. You're
Yeah.
creating something.
Yeah, we've become so disconnected from like really just that like creative power we have to create this life. And we've separated from like honoring that and giving mothers that ability to like sit in prayer and
Yeah,
meditation. And it's so important for, as you mentioned, like not only the mother's health, but the baby too, because they're experiencing everything
yeah, see
24/7.
what yeah, yeah, it's true. No, your baby, whenever you just and in our culture also, we just said that just talk to the baby.
Hmm.
Mother used to call different name to the baby and just talk. And it's Garbh Samvad. In Sanskrit, is called Garbh Samvad. In that, what we talk to the baby.
Yeah.
Actually, mother used to talk. Sometimes it is said that fathers too has to involve in this. Just put your hands. Father has to just put your the hands over the womb and just say anything you want.
Yeah.
It's saying only don't take discuss your business deal with us, but just go and just talk to her, or her or him, whatever. So it's give a quite connection,
Hmm.
which after birth you can feel it. And the
Yeah.
baby, girl, to samvad is something which connects you with the baby. And it's you can just whenever a pregnant woman say, you can just put it the hand and just talk. uh, After few repetition you can just feel the movement. Whenever it's good thing, it's the baby do movements, he
Hmm.
likes it,
Yeah.
something it can change you. I have this personal experience. When my aunt is pregnant, I just put her my hand and just, maybe you know, today this happened, your mother is like this, see this.
Yeah.
And after few times I can feel the dancing moments of the
Aw.
feet sometime. And sometimes you just you call, just take a turn like this. It's a very good feeling.
Yeah.
Just think, if I can felt when the father is involved, mother is involved, in per day, give some time to just in today's time. We said now that parents has to talk, give time to their children. So
Hmm.
during pregnancy also you have to give time to your children.
Yeah.
It's your baby. You have to just take out the time and just talk to them, so that you can connect, communicate. Communication is the best way you can connect
Yes,
just your loved
totally.
ones.
Yeah.
And so just come to the points here. We can go from each kosas. I have told you the panch kosas. So for the annamaya kosha is your physical body.
Hmm.
For this, there is four things. First is your diet. Whatever you eat is what you are. It is said only that. And during pregnancy, diet means a lot. A lot means a
Absolutely.
lot.
Yeah.
Plays a very important role, and not only in nourishing your baby, also for the good health of you. And during delivery, for this you have to prepare your body, give your proper nutrition to your body, so
Hmm.
that it can cope up all the changes during the pregnancy, after the pregnancy. For the breastfeeding, good breastfeeding, you have to be a good nutrition status. Otherwise you are not getting enough breastfeeding. You have
Totally.
need fine. And during the delivery also, for the delivery you have to be a very very strong enough. Your body should be able to deliver the baby. It's
Hmm.
not a easy process. So diet, and after that loosening exercises is
Hmm.
loosening exercises is just your joint is not getting stuck. Your all the joints should be moving.
Yeah.
Once it takes hardly 10 to 15 minutes just to loosen all the joints, and just slowly, don't uh, just engage your body to a stretch or all this, but loosening, it's as the name suggests, it's just loosen the joint so that your body movements is accordingly like that. And after that, asanas, all
Hmm.
most of the people yoga consider asana as a yoga, but asana is just a part, little part of the yoga, not a complete yoga. So there are, according to each trimester, for second and third, there are different asanas you practice. As I have mentioned, few asanas which can be practiced accordingly to the trimester in my PPT. And after that, kriyas, yogic kriyas. Yogic kriyas is the just cleansing your body. It's not completely, you have, it's actually, it is practiced when your dosas are not balanced. So
Okay.
yogic kriya is just balancing your dosas, three dosas. You have heard about three dosa theory. Three dosas is there.
Yep.
So vat, pitta, and kapha. Actually, I am having the cough right now because in single day, 6 degree or more just fallen down. Sudden winter comes
Yeah.
in our town only. So due to sudden changes, I got this, and my cough is just increasing day by day
Yeah.
since
We're going through the
morning
same
actually.
shift over here. Yeah. Shifting to winter.
Yeah, yeah. And so that, and these four things, that first your diet, after that the loosening and asanas and kriyas, these are four we have to practice for our physical body, that
Hmm.
is annamaya koshas. So after that, diet and pregnancy, it's quite a large topic. If we go into this, you have your calories intake 330 per calorie kilocalories increased by your normal days, whatever your woman needs. And after that, and during, not only during pregnancy, even during your lactating, lactation is the phase during which the most of the nutrition you want. It is the phase of a woman life when you have need the maximum amount of nutrition in your life
Hmm.
during lactation to feed your baby. So diet is so when proteins, fats, carbs, all you have to just increase in your diet. But many of the during the first trimester, women just go from nausea and morning sickness. You are not able to do. So there is something thing for the morning sickness. You can go for a ginger water in the morning so
Hmm.
that you nausea and vomiting you can just avoid from this. There is a in naturopathy and yoga, naturopathy actually we just consider little light things, and in yogic practices during the trimester, we have not trimester, I can actually say each month of the pregnancy we just give a color, not only the mm, diet, we just just suggest color of your clothes and which type of ornaments you have to just,
Oh, really?
because all of these has yeah. So all of these, because the color is you have heard about chromotherapy. The color has its own impact, and it's affect you,
Yeah.
your aura, it's affect your energy level. So we have just each and every month, I can send you the just in the first month you have to just white color cloth
Okay.
and silver diamond ornaments you have to use, and the next month red color, like that 9 months is there. And all the colors, just red color, because in the second, creation increases,
Yeah.
creation of the body parts is going on, so red, orange, or pink you can go for in the second month. And accordingly the copper is the good ornaments. And in third months yellow color is there, because the develop third months your body parts is going completion, the feet and hand and feet are going to develop, so for that yellow color is increasing that, or
Hmm.
gold, so that you can wear the gold. And in fourth month saffron yellow or red color for this
Yeah.
only, so you can go for the gold. Accordingly these all 9 months we have this. And actually it is seen that what the things is around you, it's have its own energy and which affect you.
Yeah.
Not the we have considered it is non-living things what happen, but it happens. It happens. Each and everything in the world has its own aura, has its
Yes.
own energy level. So it all affects you. Just go in a messy room. It's just it gives you vibes,
Yeah.
whatever you think, and go in a neat and clean. All the these are things are the non-living things.
Yeah.
It's not the living, but it's give the energy. And we just and when it comes to living things, we just consider some beautiful plants, indoor plants you can kept in your bedroom during for aroma only, because the during pregnancy person, the lady has to fragrance very the pregnant the smell is get enhanced
Yeah.
your so you just don't go through each and every smell just and suddenly changes it. So for that there are plants which just calm and you can put in your room, in your house during the pregnancy. All these things, little things you can change, and it's
Mhm.
have a great effect. Trust me, it's a great effect. When you put your indoor plants in your home, you get the vibes. And it
Yeah.
is said in our culture, we worship the tree actually. In Hindus, we worship the tree.
Hmm.
We just literally, it's like our mother. We just go and
Yeah.
worship the tree each and every. We just, it's a beautiful culture we are now, right now. Actually, then after, what I can say, uh, sorry
That's okay.
for after that when you place a indoor plants only, you can just connect the tulsi. You have heard both basil you have heard. It's a plant which every Indian home have,
What plant is that?
each and every basil.
Okay.
It's a holy tulsi, basil
Yes.
plant. It's each and every Indian has, and it's have a scientific effect. A lot of researches on there, and it's a very good plants for your immunity boosting, inflammation, and all the things. And it is said that when the negative vibes attracting to your home only, the tulsi absorb it and it get dry, but your it protects your home
Yeah.
actually from your negative vibes.
Okay.
So it's only a plant can do for you. What else it can do for it? Die for you actually, to in protecting way of protecting you all. I have seen many of the and actually the many of these tulsi like plants, these have affecting when it don't get the good environment in which it get dry,
Hmm.
it suddenly get dry, and it's sign that there is a lot of noise and all the negative vibes are there. It's a symbol you have
Yeah.
to improve your environment.
Yeah.
So you can place during the pregnancy also, just take a one leaf during the pregnancy, just tulsi. It gives you very calming effect in the
Absolutely. Yeah.
morning.
I love it as
So
tea.
you had it.
Yeah, I have it often. I just ran out actually, but I used to have a cup every night because it is just so like calming. And just yeah, it's great tea for anyone who is into tea.
Yeah. Nice. Good to hear this that you are using it. In our home though, in India, actually it is worshipped only. Tulsi is worshipped. And each and every home, the Tulsi plant must be there.
Yeah,
So
that's so
a
cool.
lot of many things you come to know. And
Yeah.
whenever you got this, no, it's when actually in our child since our childhood, I have seen many things. And when we study all those things in the book, accordingly that's it's a have a great effect. Then you connect these things, then you realize what your culture has given you. You
Yeah.
have to be proud on that. So when we practice it's like daily routine, but when you study in a book accordingly, that gives you a nice feeling that yeah, you have experienced it. It's
Yeah,
not all.
definitely.
So after that diet, just come to the next point. I just got in all these. So antioxidant and micronutrients, many of the people just suggest you to take the supplements during the pregnancy, but I suggest that if you have the option to get the natural supplement, because nature has enough supplements you can take it from.
Mm-hmm.
So during the, you can take it micronutrients, antioxidants, all the vitamins and minerals you can get from the greens, plant source you can have. And it's not only during the pregnancy also, during your body is getting pregnant, when you are planning for the pregnancy you have to take all the
Yeah,
supplements. And
absolutely.
it's better to get it from plant source or natural source as much as you can,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not only give that particular supplements, but it can clean all your other requirements, fulfill your other requirements.
Yeah.
Because it's not such as the calcium is a things which is mostly the minerals which is getting liquor in the woman. So you can go for the ragi. Ragi is a richest source of the calcium, just an example I'm giving. And whenever you have low bone density, female, most of the female experienced after 40s,
Yeah.
low bone density in the knee pain or OA. And for this, calcium is the responsible, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, you can take the ragi. And actually, I can give my example of my grandmother, who is now actually 70s, above 75 also. And she don't even experience a little bone pain,
Mm-hmm.
because in her childhood only she ate the roti, chapatis or bread of the ragi only. It is mixed with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing which he just ate before her marriage only, but all the supplements are fulfilled. And it's quite uh, I can miracle that she don't ever experience the bone pain in her
Yeah.
lifetime,
Okay.
because her other health problem is there, but she don't even experience any bone pain.
Yeah.
So it's example that when you got the supplements, proper supplements, by your natural foods, you don't need any other additional supplements.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. And I think it's like natural food, whole food sources, it's going to
Yeah,
be
true.
absorbed better by your body.
And in our culture, it's suggested that during the pregnancy, you should avoid the non-veg things, because non-veg thing, when it comes to diet, there is a three types of diet in yoga: sattvic, tamasic, and rajasic.
Mm-hmm.
So tamasic diet is something non-veg concept, and in that it's quite laziness you felt after that. And so many things you experience is not good, quite. It's when you eat non-veg, you have feel heaviness in your stomach. It's quite heavy meal.
Yeah.
So, and not only heavy meal, but it's have a little negative vibes, because actually I am a non-veg eater, but still I suggest women during pregnancy, if you can avoid. I'm not just strictly just saying that you should avoid only at any cost. No, as much as you can avoid it, just avoid it, because the non-veg, whatever, it has something when it's dying for you. And the negative things, the fear that is
Mm-hmm.
got in girls in that food,
Yeah.
that fear at the time. And when you are consuming it, it gives you something negativity, or just, if not negativity, it's not going to give you a positiveness after
Yeah.
eating a satisfaction. So why you are taking the chance of getting there when you got the other things to eat? And didn't just you should avoid during the pregnancy only. Do not as much as you can, not the strictness.
Mm-hmm.
So at the level, strictness is not good at in any practices. I believe that,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. So yogic concept of balanced diet is to balance and restore balance at all the levels: your physical, pranic, mental, emotional, and intellectual. And yogic diet means your in yogic diet we just call sattvic diet, which is light in and light, when you digest, easily digestible. It's plant based actually, and it's not spicy, and it
Mm-hmm.
is freshly cooked. It is a sattvic diet we consider. We give preference to eat during any stages. And the diet is which affects your mental status at the time. So is there
Absolutely.
any time limitation? I hope I'm not running out of the time.
A little bit long. We have like 15 minutes.
Okay, so I have to conclude. Okay, I can. So, and in Sattvic diet only, it is because it is when we go further at the mental influence of the food. So Sattvic diet have a positivity and it gives you balance and a calming effect to your mind. And when you just eat the tamasic diet, which is spicy, a lot of oilness and all these things, you give a heaviness feeling, stressful, and you don't get a calmness after eating. So it's not good
Yeah.
at that time. So avoid the tamasic diet. And after that wholesome food, sattvic food, I have diet, nutrients, breastfeeding. Uh, After that, Annamaya Kosha, after that, asanas is there, practice of asanas. As I have earlier mentioned that each trimester has a specific set of asanas you can practice because, and the most crucial is the first and third trimester.
Yeah.
So, in the first trimester, most of the women has to be very careful and mostly during their first pregnancy they had to be very careful during first trimester. So during the first trimester we suggest just loosening practices, just fingers and all the movements of the your joint, just move your this like this slowly with breathing.
Sure. So just like kind
It's
of gentle
because we are good.
joint, like gentle joint movements for your whole body.
Yeah, just movement, but it should be along your breathing. It means just when you just go for your neck movements while going down up, you have to inhale,
Hmm.
exhale, and while doing down, you have to exhale.
Yeah.
Inhale and exhale. In all the yogic practices, when we consider, the breathing is the things which have to be considered all the time while performing any asanas or any loosening exercises. You have to consider the breathing. While focusing on breathing, you have to focus, and it is something which make it different from the exercises. And when you breathe at that time, your cells get the oxygen, proper oxygen, so you don't get the lactic acid accumulation. It's the benefit, and
Yeah. And
it's
I
a
think,
lot many other benefits.
yeah. And so many of us are just like unconsciously breathing, like we're not paying attention to the breath and how like that really can calm us, and kind of bring us to a
Yeah,
centered space.
yeah, it's improve your power stamina, it improves there. So just come to the asanas. Vajrasana is there. If we can say the slide, there is the image of the Vajrasana. Actually during the pregnancy your the motility of your gut is decreased because of the pressure of the uterus.
Hmm.
So to improve the digestion, and Vajrasana is one of the most effective asanas. And not only during the pregnancy, also during your any stage of your life, after eating, after having meal, you have to just sit in Vajrasana for 5 to 10 minutes. You can just 5 minutes only, 2 to 3 minutes, starting from 2 to 3 minutes. It's improve your digestion, and after that, after your feeding, you don't have having diet. You don't have to feel fulfill or uneasiness. It
Hmm.
remove all these. So Vajrasana is there. Adkati Chakrasana. It is all the asana is modified during the pregnancy. We just give the pregnant woman the support, and you have to be perform it in presence of any yogi who has the experience, and you have to give the support to the pregnant woman, and you can't just instruct them at you have to be present all the time, so
Yeah.
that any changes, yeah, you have to just support her. If wall support, by pillow support, we have modified the asanas during the
Hmm.
for the pregnant woman. So Adhikati Chakrasana is there, spinal twisting there, Vipreet Karni, it's very good for your back pain, and Vipreet Karni we modify by just putting a pillow in the image it's on. So it's good for your spine, and pedal edema. Most of the women just experience pedal edema. For
Yeah.
them, it's very relieving factor. So benefits, it's just lower limb. And Sasankasan is just give a calmness to your body after all the practices, and it's balasana also it's said, and it's just relaxes your spine, most of
Hmm.
the spine and pelvis. And after these other asanas is also there. In second trimester is there all the in second trimester is the most safest trimester. You can just have all the things, all type of asana you can perform during the just be careful during performance, and don't practice any asanas alone during pregnancy. Just be in guidance, so that anything happen during the time, any uncomfort, any uneasiness, you can just the person in front can guide you or just help you at that moment.
Yeah.
I would always suggest never practice any yogic asanas without any guidance, for especially for the pregnant woman. It should be always in front of any someone. If some family member is there, he can use. But be whenever you are just learning in learning phase, you just can't be careless.
Hmm.
You can't be careless during your whole pregnancy at any stage. In anything, you have to be very careful at just to take each and every step carefully by thinking not about you only. It's not about you only. It's about a new life you
Yeah.
are going to. So in third trimester, there are a lot of third trimester. You actually third trimester, the asanas is for your pelvic opening, so that it can make your easy. And it is research said also that so many researches happen and said that when you practice the yogic asanas and during the third trimester or any trimester you practices the chances of normal delivery enhance. And it's
Oh, absolutely.
quite normal that you go for the surgery. C-section is very common nowadays, but still, normal delivery is something which improve the immunity of your baby.
Yeah.
It's the baby who just delivered by normal pregnant delivery, his has the immunity he got is quite above the C-section baby,
Hmm.
because he has go from the your gut bacteria and the flora and your vagina flora. He
Yeah.
exposed already, and their body is just cope up with that. So it improves the immunity, and there are a lot of many measures of that. That matter. After that, kriyas. Actually, kriyas. When it comes to the yogic kriyas, it is start. You can just one of the tartaka. Tartaka is just
Hmm.
gazing the your eyesight, or either by by opening your eyes or gazing at some color or some point. Bindu Tartka is there, and just for calming effect, you can gaze at the greeneries. It's a quite good example. You can just
Hmm.
gaze, and for enhancing the five sense of your baby, just eyesight and the color. When you smell, just in a day, just when you smell, just try to recognize the foods by the smell. It increase your sense organs of the baby. It's the
Yeah.
practice also we do for improving the senses of the baby. Just when you smell, just try to just play the games, just try to close your eyes and just identify the object by closing your eyes. It gets touch sensitivity of the baby improved. And all the five senses we have just this practice by improving your game only. Just give a 5 to 10 minutes each day, just
Hmm.
smell, just see the color, and by color only you can just have this. So try on green color. When you just gaze at the green color of the grass or any plants, it is said that you when you gaze na, green color has a very calming effect.
Hmm.
Greenery, when you see the greenery, smile automatically, just a curve get on your face. So Chatka is there. And now come to the pranamaya kosha. Pranamaya kosha is the pranas, prana which flow. Prana is the life energy, you can say, vital energy which flow in the pranamaya kosha. And it's in three nadis is there we have in yoga. Three nadis is ira ping. Actually there are 33 lakh nadis, but main three nadis is there: ira, pingla, and susumna. Three nadis there where pranas flow. So whenever it should be in balanced way, all the three nadis should be in balanced, so that your prana flow
Hmm.
should be balanced in your body. For pranamaya kosha is there is the pranamaya. Pranayam is something, in Sanskrit it is said that tasmin sati swas praswasyo gati vicheda. So according to that, inhalation and exhalation with retention, it is pranayam.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to pranayam, Nadi Suddhi, Sitli, Sitkari, Sadanta, and Brahmari, all these are things. It's a cooling pranayamas is that Sitli and Sitkari, Sadanta. All these are the pranayamas. I can't explain the procedure of all because of lack of the time. So, but all these three, because the heat is there,
Yeah.
a lot of changes, and during the pregnancy, female feel the heat in the body.
Mm-hmm.
She has heat intolerance. So when you practice all the three asana, pranayama, cooling effect is there. Just example, a few seconds I take. See, just sadanta. When you just teeth, you close your teeth, inhale. By closing your teeth, inhale. The cooled air you got in your throat and
Yeah.
all the cold air, and it is just inhale and exhale from your nose by closing your eyes. It's a process. By so the this coolness is something we you have to cope up with the heat intolerance. It's very good, and it's just calm down your mind,
Yeah.
anxiety, fear, stress. It just reduce all the things just by practicing the pranayamas. Whenever you
Yeah.
feel anxiety in your life, just focus on your breath at
That's a
that
great
time.
practice. Even just like just that simple breathing to like calm your
Yeah,
anxiety, like bring some cooling energy
yes.
in.
So, and not only during pregnancy, in any stage of when you feel anxiety,
Yeah.
just take a deep breath. That time, when you take a deep breath, it just calms down the mind. Your anxiety level decreases, and you are just fearless. And that time, it's quite at the instance you feel the change in your body. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that types. Sectional breathing is there that abdomen because during the pregnancy, due to the uterus size increases, the abdominal breathing is decreased and thoracic breathing increased. So
Mm-hmm.
volume. So for that, you have to just like during the first abdominal breathing, then thoracic breathing, then clavicle and yogic breathing. Yogic breathing is something that all the upper three, abdominal, thoracic, and your these three breathing just include in the yogic breathing. And yog nidra is there. Yog nidra is something which give it is something which can give a lot of energy in just few seconds. When you practice the yog nidra for 40 minutes, it's a process. I can explain in other section. It's a 40 minutes. You don't need further sleep in a day.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that miracle is for that. It's said that you have to take 8 hours sleep, but when you practice yoga nidra, your need for sleep decreases, and you got all the energy whatever you conserve in 8 hours. It just can fulfill your 40 minutes during a long practice. It is
Yeah, and
something
there's
like
a bunch of I know there's a bunch of like yoga nidras on just on YouTube even that you could listen to or follow along
yeah.
with.
But when you, I suggest that when you practice yoga, don't go for the audiovisual things because the uh, voice of your trainer, that trainer voice, it's affect you, and
Yeah.
the way of the trainer is it matters a lot because the vibes of that trainer. When you feel insomnia patients are there, I have treated insomnia patients by yoga nidra and just putting a massage over them. She practiced, she listened the om chanting and all. She tried a lot of things, and but she don't get relief. And by only head massage for 20 minutes, and after that yoga nidra, she just slept on that particular day only for 2 hours on the same position. She
Yeah.
just left. It's quite good. So for the during first time, if you are going, just try to be in contact. Some see, according to me, yoga is something which connects you. So when it comes to the way the visuality we are going now only, we have, but we don't have that facing aura of each other. We can't
Yeah.
just perceive the energy of each other now on audio visual. So the front in front of the people, in when you are in front and of anyone, the energy matters, and that
Yeah.
energy affects you. And this is something you need.
But yeah, I'm so appreciative of the time and really all of this information you've shared and put together. There'll definitely be a part two for anyone watching. I'll get back with
Yeah, yeah,
Deepti and we'll record another one. But thank you so much for your
It
time
was good.
today.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good
Yeah,
day.
you too.